morning, this is Mill Creek Boys. This is Dean and Connor. Today we're going to do part 2 of our septic ejector winter tips. Alright folks, talk to you in a bit. Yeah, she's a brisk morning here this morning, probably minus 36, and today we're going to show you how to make sure that a lot of you that live in rural properties, mornings like this create havoc for septic ejectors, and these are just a few simple tips that we want to do and provide for you so you don't get caught on these cold wintry mornings, and stay ahead of the game on making sure your ejector doesn't freeze up. So let's get to it, folks. Okay, there's a few simple things that you're going to need. Obviously your ejector is probably about 100 feet away from the home. You're going to need some heavy duty cabling for power. So what you're going to do is you're going to string multiple sections of this cable. This one here, we're probably looking at 12 gauge, 3 wire, 15 amp. You want something pretty heavy duty because it's going to be drawing quite a bit of power. This is the key piece that you're going to need. This is heat tape. This heat tape is probably about 6 to 7 feet long, and this is what's going to basically go into the ejector. You're going to drop it at the head of the ejector all the way down the tube, and when you plug it in, it acts like heat tape that's going to keep the whole chamber warm and prevent it from freezing. When you get these cold days like this, you know the frost is going down at least very deep, and that's where you're going to have problems with your ejectors. And when you've got a family and it's minus 30 outside and your septic tank doesn't want to pump, creates a lot of headache for you. So let's go outside and I'll show you how it's all set up. So this is my setup here for my ejector. Like I said, I'm probably about 100 feet from the house. The key aspect to the ejector is to make sure that it's really covered with some loose straw. A lot of people will put some bales and won't break them apart. The key aspect to it all is you need to break the straw apart. And there's Serena. So that's the key here, folks. And I can go around here and we can look around, but just to kind of show you, you know, it's really, you kind of make some sort of like a beaver dam house or a beaver house to make sure that it's well insulated. The key thing here is right here. As I mentioned, the wire, you're going to put a heat wire right in here, right? So this is the key, so right in here. So you're going to drill a hole on the inside of the cap, on the back side of the cap. And by drilling that hole, you can feather in that heat tape all the way through. So when you plug it in, it simply creates heat throughout the chamber of the septic. Another key tip for us is you want to make sure that the water deflects away from the ejector. If the water stays close to the ejector, it'll freeze around the column. So the key here is I just put a simple piece of plywood, and all I'm doing is I'm diverting the water away from the ejector. So these are a few tips, easy tips for you to remember. You need that heavy gauge electrical wire with that 7 to 8 foot tape. You can buy them at PV Mart. You want to drill a hole right at the top of the cap so you can feather in that heat tape. After you plug it into the house or an outlet, you want to just keep an eye on it, but it needs to be covered really, really good with loose straw or some hay or whatever you have nearby. If you don't spread it out, the frost will definitely go down your ejector. Last but not least, you want to make sure that the water deflects away from the ejector. These are absolutely critical for us in order to make sure that they don't freeze up in the middle of the winter. Because when you get these cold stretches where it's cold for minus 30 for like a week on end, the frost drives right deep into the ground and will definitely damage your ejector. So Connor, I think we got her all wrapped up.
Yep.
All right, well, have a good day and stay safe and stay warm.
See ya.